Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 7 of Rome by the Rules. Let's load this thing up and talk about our first war. So at the end of the last episode, we were torn between Spain and the Ottomans. Spain we can hit now, the truce is up. We have a lot of cores we can get back in Iberia, so that's cool. But I put it to a poll, and the Ottomans won. So I do want to honor that, but before we get to that, somebody wanted me to check if we can enforce on any HRE elector, which would kick off the leagues, because I kind of want to do a league war here. It's fun, and we could be the leader of the Protestant League, which is, in my opinion, the single best seat at the table. I would rank it leader of the Protestant League in number 1 because you decide when the war is decked. Catholic League leader does not get to decide that. But I would still put the leader of the Catholic League, which is the HRE Emperor. I would put them in the number 2 seat. Anybody who's determining the peace deals, I put in the top 2 seats. And then from there, it really goes downhill. I still like to get involved just for fun, but if you're like really min-maxing, not being one of the leaders, sometimes it's better off just staying out of it, depending on Diplo. So anyways, all that being said, let's see if we have a way in here. One of which I was thinking about was like Switzerland. Let's see. Are any of these guys? No. Salzburg, no. Might be better just to check these guys for allies. Ooh. Ooh. These guys are allied to France. So maybe we do this in our next French war, although that's going to be a minute. That has potential. But let's look at a couple other ones. So we deck on France, we just go separate piece these guys with Enforce, and then we chunk France, but we just hit France, that's why we got all these Gascon cores back. So we're gonna have to, and we don't have a great way to reset this. They don't have a lot of allies. They're not like guaranteeing anybody. That's another good way to reset truces. Like say if France were to guarantee, like, I don't know, Tunis or Switzerland, just somebody random. That can be a good way in. But anyways, okay, so let's look at mines. Actually, same thing, allied to France. The Palatinate. See, it's all just a bunch of HRE miners. We need like Switzerland. That's not going to get it done. Brandenburg. So Bohemia is a problem. They're too big to enforce on. So Bohemia is basically out. Brandenburg, just a bunch of HRE miners. Saxony. Ugh. Okay, so I'm thinking our best way in is going to be France. Yeah, see, they're all just allied within the HRE, and we don't have CBs yet. So, yeah, okay, so that's going to be probably the next France war. They're actually allied with 2 electors, so we could convert both if we wanted to. Yeah, Bohemia is just too big. We wouldn't be able to force convert Bohemia. If you stack modifiers, you can get it to the point where you can force convert almost anybody. If you go like Theocracy, I did that in one of the challenge runs, one of the Zoroastrian ones, but obviously we have not built for that this game. So, okay, so I think Ottomans are going to be next. April of next year, 11 months. This is the war, guys. We could get in on the Ottoman side. Obviously, we are not going to do that. You want a Navy check, Bob? I don't know if you watched the VOD. Our Navy was getting wrecked. I'm trying to rebuild it. We were fighting the Ottomans and French at the same time, and we would like take a fight against the Ottomans, like down here, and then France would just roll in with all their heavies, and it got ugly. Okay, we're up to 41 heavies. Is that acceptable, Bob? Probably not. Okay, so as far as prepping for the Ottomans, I'm probably gonna prep up here in northeastern Italy. Somebody will get Austrian mill access, and then we just rush down into the Balkans. Let's start the spy network now. They are at war in the east, and they'll probably stay at war, so this should be better than last time. Actually, another option is just wrecking Tunis really fast. Kind of like that option. Maybe we can split that alliance. Yeah, maybe we do that, guys. Let's prep in North Africa. We're going to bum rush Tunis, separate piece them with just a null alliance with the Ottomans, and then we land in northeastern Italy, and then we do the normal plan. The rest of these guys, some of these, we talked about this in the last stream, some of this stuff is troll. Bukhara, troll ally. Hormuz, moderately troll ally. These guys down here, moderately troll. I guess they're not too bad, but this is the big one. Is actually, I'm not even that mad, guys. How often do you see an AI Bukhara do this well? I mean, the key is right here, allied to the Ottomans. Pretty much anybody can do well with an Ottoman alliance, but it's still cool, so I'm not mad about it. Okay, you go here, you go here. Let's actually get Tunisian spies up too. I mean, I would love to do a separate war with Tunis. And just gut them. Take the rest of the coastline. And then my plan with Morocco is going to be our North African march. They're going to get everything that you don't need for Rome. It's going to be a little bit like Border Gory, but I don't care. So, like, we'll give all of this, like, interior desert stuff to Morocco. That's the plan anyways. Okay, I think we're annexing Gascony, that's fine. We had some peaceful vassalizations, which, like Salzburg, do we want these? I mean, they don't hurt, especially if they're Protestant. Okay, so we need you to get 40 relations here. Guarantee is 10. So we're going to do Salzburg, and then what was that other one, like Flanders? I don't think there's a reason not to, oh, actually there is a reason not to do this, and it's right here. 7 out of 7 dip relations. Okay, that's including, so we'll just do Salzburg for now. That's include. So I was thinking about doing 2 at a time. We'll just do Salzburg. Okay, so we got guarantee. Let's see if they want like mill access. They don't. We can do the trade one. I think it's the first one. See, so that's 110. They're a republic, so we can't do a royal marriage, but that's not a problem. We got plenty of other stuff we can hit. We have loans, so we can't do that one. We'll take this corruption. We actually have corruption reduction, so ideally we should be debasing periodically just to let our corruption reduction work. But I haven't been playing like that high of a level, to be honest, guys. Okay, that's 145. So Alliance will be 50. Okay. There's the Alliance. And then we'll get this on January 2nd. There it is. Welcome to the soon-to-be Italian Empire. Let's take a look at our econ. Not too bad. Why are these missionaries so... Why are we spending 25 on missionaries? Why are these so expensive? Anjou is... how much is this? 15 a month? Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's... What do we say, April? Yep. Okay, we'll speed 5 to April. Let's prep the fleet down here so Tunis has no chance to get out. Yeah. Okay, there it is. And then war goal, obviously, it's going to be a core reconquest war. This is basically, instead of the Biz flag, it should really be this thing. The black and red with the arrows going around for particularists. They should just... Somebody needs to make a mod. Replace this with that, at least in AI control. For the player, you can have this. Okay, so let's see. Probably gonna be Athens. Look at dev. Could be any of these three. Let's do Athens. That feels like fairly thematic. Defender of the Faith. That's a good question. So there are a decent number. There are 22 nations following the Protestant faith. So if we were to go Defender of the Faith, we get a missionary, 5% Army Navy morale, monthly war exhaustion, prestige, missionary maintenance, manpower. I actually think that's a decent idea, guys. The funny thing here is, of the 22 nations, like a third of them are our subjects. I think this is mostly upside. Like, I suspect we're not even going to get attacked into it. So, yeah. Thank you for the suggestion. I like that. Maybe we could get into a war with an elector being Defender of the Faith, but the problem with that is we wouldn't be the war leader, but maybe we could get a separate piece. Honestly, I doubt it. I don't think anybody's going to deck into us, because you got to remember, so we have 125, but we're actually a lot stronger than that because we've got all these jokers. And some of them, I mean, like Morocco's on 26k. That's not bad. Aragon is on 9k. Gascony, they just got kicked out. They're on 8k, but they'll probably increase. So our total force strength, we're probably in like the 150 to 160 range. And look, France is on 104. They've been kind of gutted now. The Ottomans are at 182. They don't even have a Protestant nation to deck into other than us. So like the nations we're protecting up here in like northern Germany, I mean, who's going to deck on them? The PLC with 60k getting gutted by the Ottomans. So I think that's mostly upside. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I like that. Okay, let's deck this thing. It's going to be Reconquest of Athens. Let's scroll to it. And if we co-CB Tunis, that only brings in Songhai, which is a little bit troll, but I want to co-CB him because this guy's getting chunked right here. Let's do it. Okay, so let's go like that. Quick prosperity check, sure. I don't think we've done a single prosperity check. So, oh. Oh, it's not as prosperous as I was hoping. Chunks. Why does our cat? Oh, I think it's the reason why that is not great is that France Ottoman Bohemian War that we did last episode that was kind of nasty. I tried to like bum rush the Ottomans to get them out, but the ruler was a fierce negotiator and he was just like, nah, nah. So we had to go back and forth like several times, and then we did a detour up to Prague. It was kind of a cluster, but the good news is I think that's the worst war we're going to have to deal with the rest of the game. At the time, France and the Ottomans were the number 1 and 3 great powers. I think that's already changed. Yes, they're 2 and 4, and France, I think the worst of it's over with France. They're only on 104k, so okay. Not the most prosperous right now, but it'll improve. And here's the Ottoman fleet. Let's see how we do, guys. I feel like our admirals are, let's see. We've got a 1520 that's not that good. He's got a 054. I would much rather have the 054 guy because he's got more engagement with than we do. We're getting chunked. I think we gotta go. We gotta go, and I'm gonna roll a new admiral. I blame the admiral there. We need a better admiral, and we're gonna get a great one because I'm gonna name him Bob. So check this out. So this guy, so 5 shock is good, but you at this point, you want more fire and maneuver than this. This is not amazing. So this guy, we're going to name him Bob. He's going to be a beast. I'm thinking 4 fire, 4 shock, 6 maneuver, and we don't care about siege. Yeah, I'll take that. 3340, I'll take that. Let's see. Get rid of the light. I had a request for a 50 heavy navy. I think we can make that happen. And then what needs upgrading? Are those like transports? Those are transports. I don't really... you know, I'll just do it anyway since we're here. Okay. Okay. I don't think we have any galley... Oh, we do have a little bit of galley combat ability just from this thing, which we probably should change to Lake Fleet and Being or something, but I don't feel like dropping. These things get really expensive. I'm sure that's to keep like late game nations from just swapping these at will, but 2200 just to change naval doctrine seems excessive. Okay, let's get a few more occupations here. All right, there's Tripoli. Okay, the Tunisian army's not having a good time here. They're still raiding us, but not for long. Okay, there's the other capital. Okay, he's already at 77. He's getting smoked. Let's get some of these occupations and take some huge desert attrition. I wonder how much we can take here. The other thing is, so for the Ottoman peace deal, obviously we're going to return all the biz cores. So let me show that real quick. Not Russian cores. Here we go. But we're going to have a bunch of war score left. Look at that. We've got tons of war score. I'm thinking we release like, we could do Syria or Bulgaria, or maybe both. Because we're going to pick up Gascony in 8 years. Those are both good subjects. But yeah, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Because we should have plenty of AE left. Like, this guy's just spamming, like, 1Ks. Like, these guys are really going to do a lot here. Okay, so he made peace in the east, took 5 provinces. That's fine. Let's just take all these Tunisian things, and then we'll head north. Wait, did Austria just ally? How is the Teutonic Order still in game? Did they join the Empire? They did join the Empire. That's why they're still in the game. Yes, I will. Okay, I'm gonna put my kids in bed, guys. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, so almost done with Tunis here. Yeah, the Navy still getting fixed up a little bit. That's fine. We can call this spy back. Okay, so the Rome stuff is just coastal, right? Oh, it's actually not. It's got these ones up here also. Okay, so the first priority, obviously, guys, is going to be the stuff we need for Rome, which is going to be... Also, this is going to end the raiding, which makes me irrationally upset. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not a huge deal. It is kind of annoying because you lose prosperity. Like the gold and manpower and stuff, or it's sailors. It's gold and sailors. That's kind of annoying. But the worst part is the devastation and resetting the whole state out of prosperity. So that's unacceptable, obviously. Tunis, where are you at? Here you are. Okay. So this stuff is going to us. That's 32 AE. And then let's... Some of these are... Well... Some of these are definitely low dev. Some of them are sneaky high dev because you can end up with the feudal theocratic Wakanda stuff here. Looks like this game that has not really happened. Mazab must have gotten like wrecked early. They only have 10 dev here. Some games, guys, this will have like 30, 35 dev from feudal theocracy nonsense. So, okay, so we'll take this and then that's 49. The Ottoman peace deal, that's only 12. And then even if we take, like, say we take a Bulgarian, like this one, and then what's a good Syrian one? One of these two, probably this one. Or actually, is it this one? It doesn't matter that much. So that's going to be 22. Yeah, we should be fine. So, okay. Tunis, we're going to do this. Wait, why did it reset? Those. Okay. And then we'll annul with the Ottomans. This probably won't hold up for... Considering this is going to be a, let's see, 15-year truce. This probably isn't going to hold up, but you never know. The Ottomans might ally some other joker in the east. So it's worth a shot. Oh, I take Cyprus? Yeah. We do want to take Cyprus. Yeah, we got a mission for it too. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Let's add that to the peace deal, so hopefully I don't forget. Okay. The Ottomans, they ally just random people. They might ally this. Also, guys, so this navy is just going to disappear into the void. Check this out. Because we're about to landlock these guys. You see these 28 ships? These guys are about to, I guess, become like privateers or civilian merchant vessels or something. Here, I'll show you. Send the deal. Wait, does it take a month tick? Yep, they just disappeared. Because you can't have a navy with no ports. Okay, let's start coring that stuff. And let's go prep. We've got Egyptian guys up here in Salzburg. That's kind of funny. Okay, Navy is at 88%. Hopefully that's good enough to get these guys transferred. Let's get up to Tunisia. And these guys will get another repair tick. I think your sailors... You know, that's a good question. What happens to your sailors? Because... I don't know. I couldn't answer that one. I don't know if it drops to 0 or if you stay at what you had. Obviously, you stop gaining them. If it's like manpower, I think you keep them, but they just don't replenish. Would be my guess. Sorry, Hamburg. Can we get to the fort in Ragusa in time, guys? Did we ever upgrade this thing? Well, I know we talked about deleting it. No, we didn't. This thing is just like... Here, we could also relieve our buddies. We're just not honoring our debts left and right. Ragusa just keeps falling. Sure. Okay. I think with Ragusa, either we should delete it or upgrade it, but we should not just keep leaving it at a level 2. The loans basically are gifts, unless you're doing some kind of like honorable role play, or if you care about keeping them as like a future alliance or something. Let's get the Navy over here. Do we know where the Ottoman Navy is? The Ottomans have started sieging the Libyan Maginot Line here. That's fine. I think we're going to go for Constantinople and then sort of spread out. Okay, here's a big naval battle. Here we go. Let's see if Bob is up to the task. So we have the advantage in heavies. He has the advantage in everything else. We do have engagement with now. It's a morale is a tie. So let's see how this goes. Might just come down to rolls. Ooh. Ooh, we're wrecking the flagship. We're wrecking everything. That's what I like to see. Okay, we did lose a few heavies, but we dished out way better than we took there. Bob is a naval engineer. Honestly, this is not the best trait. It's okay. Local ship repair is okay. But there are certainly better ones. Okay. I don't think we need to throw... it's a 1% loan. Let's extend the 1% loans. You know, just for time purposes, I will try to speed these up a little bit with some barrages. Because we do have Spain on deck, potentially. Sack of Constantinople. Oh, guys, we're getting a little bit too close to reality. Italian sacking Constantinople. Not good. Not good. I think I'll do the professionalism. We don't really need the money, and then even if we don't use the professionalism, if we run into a manpower issue, we can always slacken. So, okay. Let's take... We probably have time to take this. And I don't know why my fleet keeps dropping the hotkey. We need to upgrade anything. Here, let's get rid of the lights. Upgrade 4 ships. Sure. I think those are... We captured some obsolete heavies there, I think, from the Ottomans. That might be why we won, is the AI loves to run their obsolete stuff. Yeah, that's true. If you're running the auto-engage, that is a nice Admiral trait, because the AI loves to repair. We went in and changed one of those settings, but it's already switched back. So... for whatever that's worth. Okay, we got this thing on the 21. It's nice. This guy captured 2 forts in the same time it's taken this guy to take 1. Let's head west. Hopefully Morocco can help us with those separatists. Okay, there we go. Next up is going to be this Albanian fort. A little bit of tax loss is fine. Okay. Guys, this war, Ottomans on their own. I mean, basically on their own. Also, guys, Songhai, did did Morocco just 1v1 destroy Songhai? Am I seeing this right? We did not do this. This is why it's nice having him march around. He just said, yeah, you know, I'll take care of this. Let me handle this. Because we can separate piece this guy now. We'll have him end with Tunis. And, you know, we'll go for, like, a disrespectful pillage on this guy, too. You don't have to do the pillage there. That's just, oh, really, guys? Bukhara. Bukhara is in northeastern Italy. He's honoring his treaties. Well, good luck with that, buddy. Why is there no fort on Constantinople? Why is there 53% devastation? Actually, that was probably us in the last war. We took this thing like 3 times. Okay, let's go welcome these guys to Italy. I can't say they're gonna like the welcome, but they already know. They don't want any part of that welcome. See if we can cut them off. These guys are toast. And these guys are about to be... Even though this is mountains, when it's these numbers, and he's probably behind in tech too, right? 16 to 13. Yikes. Yikes. You guys should really consider laying down your weapons. This is not going to be pretty. 7.0 to 3 something morale. Didn't get the stack wipe though. Okay, let's head down into the Balkans. That was overkill. I didn't need to send everybody back for that. And let's get the Navy to the Sea of Marmara. Oh, yeah, we sacked it. Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, we sacked it. Yeah, my bad. I forgot about that. It literally just happened. Here, before we siege, let's just go... We'll go knock these guys out. War goal is Athens. Yeah, we should go get that too. Good idea. We're gonna get all the Balkan stuff occupied. And let's head east here. Let's clear them out. Let's go get war goal. We can... if we relieve this, we can let the Byzantine pretenders occupy it again, which it's their rightful land. It's a pretty big battle. They have a nice general, but it's not enough. And let's go here. Okay. Let's do... Actually, put these guys up a little bit. Where is his navy? They must be in port somewhere, I think. Yeah, we're honorable. That's cool. Which admiral was that? Okay, that wasn't Bob. We don't care. No, pretenders break unions, but not vassalage. So we don't care. It's like, it's meme worthy. Vassalage stays regardless. But yeah, PUs, it would be a problem. You know, this guy, this might be one of those rare occasions where this guy's not a bad idea. And we could like loan up to upgrade. Let's think about the math here. So we pay 500, 25% cost reduction. 25% here would be about 500. So we'd really have to do both to make this worthwhile. But we have 10 years. State loans. Sure, let's do it. because otherwise I'm gonna forget. So let's do Malta Forts, and then let's do 4,000 debt economy. Debt economy, guys. Maybe we'll take money from the Ottomans. Okay. Mills. Actually, we could probably build some mills. Yeah, those are pretty good. We'll build some more of these as we get money. Okay, guess we could do a little bit of mill deving. Okay. Which army is the Ottoman ruler leading? Let's see. It's Mehmed III. That's not it. Is he in Egypt? Why would you want to put a general on a besieging army? Why would you want to do that? $34 ducats a month in interest. You know, we could... We could actually delete some of these forts. We're getting to the point where, like, they're not getting to Rome. Like, if the enemy gets to Rome, like, get a wellness check in here, because I have, like, had some kind of mental breakdown. These ones are decent on the border. Probably don't need these right next to each other. The Navy is Italy's true fort. You know, honestly, that's partially true. I'll keep this Alpine line for now, even though it's probably a bit overkill. Okay. Let's delete this Ragusa one. This thing is just, we're losing war score on that more often than not. Yeah, we'll take Anno. Oh yeah, there's also a fort here on Corfu. Fort where the AI likes to get trapped. Verdun got released. Burgundy is our vassal. So when we released them, I didn't realize this was a Burgundian core, which it's Burgundian culture, so of course it is. We took this to release Burgundy, and then we actually released both at the same time. But yeah, these guys are our subjects, so it's all good. Why don't we have a royal marriage with him? We should put a guy on subjects. Like so. Okay, let's put you on Corfu. And you can just get random stuff down here. Yeah, well, the League War is taking forever. Guys, they took the second Libyan border fort. Whatever are we going to do? This guy's trying to be cheeky. Oh, he's taking this fight? Okay. I mean, we are taking the mountain penalty here, so it's not crazy of him, and these guys are kind of tied up on the siege. Can we get the 85? And then we probably won't get up there in time. We might win. That's actually, no, they'll get there in time. Okay, that was a little bit close for comfort. We lost a lot of infantry there, but half of them are mercs, so who cares, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Okay. Morocco, can you go deal with this? What are you doing down here? You have 31k just chilling? Well, I got the First Liberation Army is wrecking my stuff in Tunisia. Like, you can't even set objectives on it, right? Doesn't it have to be an enemy province? I can't even, like, put Morocco on this thing. Like, what are they doing? They're just chilling. Just chilling. Set them to aggressive? Okay. Is that... here? Okay, 243 buffoon to 160 air. Yeah. He's a great diplomat, but it sucks everything else. Oh, are they disloyal? Oh, okay, they're disloyal. Yeah. We've been here, we can do something about that. Let's placate. Well, do I want to placate twice? It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We have 75 months to sort that out, so it's fine. Okay, you guys get back over here. We should probably shift consolidate these guys. Ooh. Bohemian Emperor. That's interesting. That means we don't have to deal with Austria-Spain if we went into, like, Switzerland. But it's also, it might be bad as far as league stuff goes, because we want Austrian land more than we want Bohemian land. We'll see. Austria could still join the Catholic League. But that's interesting. Nah, France is gonna eat the empire. They already started, and they're attacking, like, South American miners. Like, they're doing AI things. Okay, let's... Actually, this ruler is so mid. We'll put him in charge of the free company. That's like such a disgrace if you're the ruler to be put in charge of the free company. Alright, let's take a battle here. He's like piecemealing, like the AI loves to do. That's hills. Take. It's easy peasy. And then we'll take a fight over here. Actually, let's not take that one. What are these guys doing? If he wants to putt around down here, that's fine. Let's get this stuff. Inca did not form this game. I don't know what they were up to. Let's take next dip. Okay, there's another fort. And then let's get down here. We found the Ottoman fleet. Let's put these guys on hunt fleets. No Inca is kind of sad. With like no Inca, even with Inca, they don't really have a chance against the colonizers. But with no Inca, with these guys fragmented, just absolutely no chance against the colonizers. The last hope, guys, is these guys forming Maya. That's the last hope for the New World. Although, maybe these guys can get it done here. Probably not. What do you know, guys? Spain is dominating the Americas. Shocking. I don't know what the breakdown is for Inca. It's definitely not like near 100%. I would say Inca's maybe like 60 to 70%. Where it's like, I'd say it's more common than not, but definitely not a lock. Okay, let's check this peace deal again. Bulgaria, Cyprus, Bizkors, and Syria. And we have AE left to spare. We could give more random stuff to Biz. Constantinople. We actually could take it, give it to Biz. Don't joke, Ethan. Pivot to colonial game. I've been bad. I haven't been that bad, guys. I don't need to be punished with that stuff, okay? I haven't been that bad. Let's actually not take that fight. Oh, here we go. Found the Ottoman Navy here. Wait, why are we losing now? We wrecked him last time. His galleys are beating our heavies right now. Did we just get like super outrolled? We have better morale. This is heavies against galleys. Can't even leave yet. Maybe we just got outrolled there. We have better combat wit. I don't know what that was. We have 4 more heavies waiting for us. Manpower 7 here. Easy 6,000. Bob wants to vaseline Spain. I don't think I want to know what that means. Doesn't sound good. That's fine. Not sure that we want to vaseline anybody here, do we? We need to get some reinforcements is what we need, guys. How do you take that so fast? We'll just, we'll take it right back. All right, we can, let's get Bukhara out. Oh, guys. So us fighting the Ottomans has led to some bad stuff happening here with Bukhara. Yeah, you go and tend to your own lands, Bukhara. So much for that Ottoman alliance. Right there. Broke it last year. Okay. Should we get some... Oh, that's a free company. They're going to take forever to get morale ticks anyways. Let's get these Egyptian guys just chilling up here. We might be able to get a stack wipe. We did. Okay, let's... catch this little stack, and then... he just has guys wandering around. Let's get a month tick here. Okay. I think some of those guys got the month tick, but it doesn't matter. Okay. How not to use your armies. He's just doing bizarre stuff. Let's see. Did we pivot to a one stack challenge? Yeah, it's kind of. Here you go. Here you go. I love attrition. He's kind of piecemealing, so I don't know. I'm death blobbing now. Here, let's see how bad is it. Yeah, when you're out attriting the AI. Here, where's our navy? Go for round 2. I do love attrition. It's bad. Okay, where are these guys going? These guys are going west? Weren't they just here? I don't know. Let's get these islands. We need some reinforcements. All right, here, let's watch the Navy. All right, Bob, don't let me down this time. I guess that was okay. Our plan is to take the Bizcors, Cyprus, release Bulgaria, Syria after this. And actually take money too, probably. Oh, we gotta go land on Cyprus. Here, actually, let's do that real quick. I always forget, sometimes there's like troll forts on islands. So let's go get Cyprus real quick. This is back. Bohemian French Alliance. Or wait, no, it was Bohemia Ottomans last time. Constantinople fell. It's just a level 1 fort, so this thing's falling super fast. Okay, we got Cyprus. Let's get back. Okay. Let's get some repairs, maybe get a few more heavies. And let's get out of here. We can separate piece Hormuz shortly. We actually are allowed to separate piece Egypt, but they're not down for it yet. Let's see if we can get up here in time. Looks like we do. Okay, why are these guys still running around? Why are they at high? And let's get some more heavies coming online here. Yeah, this guy, he's the most enthusiastic of the entire enemy alliance block. Spain is rivaling us. Whatever. Okay, Aragon finally came and helped us with the rebels. Thank you, Aragon. Okay. We're gonna need everybody out, so it's gonna be a long war. Let's do this. Not interested in your deals. End of the Portuguese-Ottoman conflicts. I don't remember that event, but it's been a long time since I played Ethiopia or Portugal. Yeah, exactly. Out of Africa, go straight to Ragusa. It seems legit. And now they're in Treviso, the Italian vacation for these guys. Which they can't even siege. You need 15, they have 9. So this is literally just chilling. They'll come around. Okay, we lost a general. We'll replace him in a second. That's not a bad general. 6 fire. Take it. Ottoman particularists now. Let's go take another naval battle. Let's watch this. On paper, we have the better admiral. How is Constantinople falling so fast? I think we go into Anatolia here. Well, in a second. Or Gascony's sieging Salzburg back for us. Appreciate that. Yeah, Bookworm, that's my thoughts too. Part of why I like having vassals and marches around even in the late game is because they'll go behind you and occupy stuff. Yep, that's exactly what these guys are doing. It's kind of nice. I don't like microing armies on like 3 fronts at once. I like focusing on one front, which I know that's like not optimal. Actually, let's open this up so we can go into Anatolia, and then we'll get some repairs. Should we deal with these particularists for the AI? No galleys from Mr. Isle of Tactica? Well, we don't get Tactica as Sardinia Piedmont, first of all. We did have a bunch of galleys. They've all gotten wrecked. Let's do Diptech cost. Don't let it be said that I never help the AI out with rebels. Okay, global trade, where did that spawn? Probably London or something. Galled it. It goes for the highest value trade node. Man, these trade nodes are not that valuable. Who's running Italy here, guys? This is... Somebody needs to get that econ fixed. Yeah, Bob is anti-galley. Bob's a heavy guy. Oh. That's what he requested. So he's still at 160. Why are there Ottoman particularists on Cyprus not enough to siege it? Relocating here. Oh, you want galleasses. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Whoops. Not you. You. Anybody want to leave yet? 4, 3, 15. We're getting close. England gets first circumnavigation. That's cool. If you missed some streams, then yeah, we're a little bit ahead of where we were. We have a decent chunk of the Med. A lot of these guys are our subjects. Gascony, Aragon, Morocco, Biz. You know, if we just go blockade Egypt, our ships are kind of banged up. Surely there's a shipyard here. Yeah, okay, let's get a couple of repair ticks. Yes, 1 month alliances for Diplo vassalization are allowed, and we've been using it. We picked up some like random vassals. Like we just recently Salzburg, but we've done it with some other guys as well. Okay, Hormuz has had enough. Two for Egypt, 6 for Makuria. These guys better not get the Cyprus occupation. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, let's take another naval battle. See how we do. He's running. Why do we take so much damage? Some of these ships. That one galley is at 30%, or not galley, one heavy is at 30% after every fight. Yes, that's a good question. So the reason I separate piece the allies is war score. Part of war score is based on what percentage of enemy provinces you have, including like forts and capitals. So like when we started this war, we were fighting Ottomans, Tunis, Songhai, Bukhara, Hormuz, Makuria, just this whole big gaggle. So even if you go occupy like a decent chunk of like the Ottoman core, you only have like 20% war score because you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have all this other stuff. Well, as you start peeling those guys off, the war score is going to go up. So the next time, like Egypt's going to be next, as soon as we piece them out, the war score is going to go up. But it's a good question. Here, let's go. I'm worried about these guys. Let's go get them. Actually, we could kick those out. Actually, just blockading. No, actually, never mind. Egypt no longer has a Mediterranean coast. I was going to say blockading down here. Well, maybe the stuff that they occupied, that might be enough. Probably in a month or two anyways. It's not going to make a huge difference. Let's go help the AI with rebels again. That feels bad. Oh, loan economy here. Okay, so we're at 60 war score. When we separate peace Egypt, it's going to go from 60 to 70. Just like that. And so they're actually willing to give us this. Let's do war reps and max money. Yeah, we'll go for like a mega peace deal here. Yes, Panos, that's a good point. The opposite is true. So it gets complicated. Like everything in this game, there's like exceptions to the rule. Sometimes, like, you're better off occupying somebody for the war score and not separate piecing them. Like if you're fighting somebody and you have, the Ottomans are a good example because it's not guaranteed that we had naval supremacy here, especially in the early game. So if you're fighting somebody like that, where say I'm fighting the Ottomans, but I can only occupy half their territory, but say they're allied to like Hungary. Well, in that case, full occupying Hungary and then keeping them in the war so you can get more from the Ottoman peace deal is the better move. So it's situational. I would say the majority of the time, separate piecing is probably the best plan, but it's in EU4 there's exceptions to every rule. Okay, let's go defend Ankara here. Yes, battle war score does stick around. So say like all our battles against like Tunis and Egypt and stuff, that first line, well, it's really the third line where it says from 32 battles plus 16, that is kept, and you can see it here in the log. Like this was one of the opening battles of the war. Was this was a Tunisian stack wipe. Of course, it wasn't much war score because the enemy has so many total troops, but yep, that stuff does stick around. Alright, let's go relieve this. And let's go pick up our heavies just for fun. Okay. It's funny to me that of the whole alliance network this guy had, which by the way is pretty gutted now, he's down to 2 guys. The one who stuck with him to the end, even above his Islet, is Makuria. Okay. So it's pretty pricey. Let's force another naval battle. Okay, McCurry is out, so let's see, we're at 73 war score with this guy out. See, 75, because this guy's like 2 province minor, so it doesn't change as much, but it's still, I mean, it's in the right direction. Okay, we're gonna need some more forts. We don't have to go for everything here. Let's go here. Let's get a few of these. Our buddies are helping us here from the south, so that's cool. Let's watch the naval battle, see how we do. He's just running. Oh, he's going up here? No. No, he's going back. Okay, whatever. I felt like we were doing better with the galleys. I'm gonna blame these heavies letting us down. Also, can we get some, is this going to build up decadence on this guy? Okay, there's 83. Forts are also important for war score. Like, let's go get this one too. Forts count way more than just like a random province. We're up to 89, and he'll do the deal. Oh, don't tell me that, Bob. I don't want Peace of Westphalia. Don't tell me that. What is the cutoff? How are there no Protestant electors? That's so sad. The Reformed sinners got wrecked. I don't even remember where they were. I'm guessing from the map, somewhere in like West Germany, Low Countries ish, maybe Switzerland. Wasn't there one in Switzerland? There was a couple streams ago, but they got wrecked. And meanwhile, our Protestant ones have been just chugging away, but apparently they can't reach the electors who are all up here. So what's the time on the Peace of Westphalia? How much time do I have? Because I need a France War, 1608, and then force convert one of these guys. 1625. Okay, we can make 1625. Oh yeah, you like Protestant? Not only Protestant Italy, Protestant North Africa. This is kind of funny having the two Protestant centers of Reformation in like northwestern Italy. I don't think I've ever done before, so that's kind of fun. Okay, so I think this is the deal we want. Let's just make sure we're getting all the biz cores. Pretty sure we are. Yes, Cyprus, Bulgaria, Syria, war reps, 3,400 gold. Looks good to me. We will give Constantinople. He's got debt. Of course he's got debt. Do biz. That feels appropriate. Let's release a couple guys. It's gonna put us over our dip cap, but it's fine. Let's do Syria, and then let's do Bulgaria. And we're going to enforce on both of those guys. Look at all these subjects. Holy moly. Okay, Syria, enforce. And Bulgaria, enforce. Yeah, I saw Greece too. Is it just Cyprus? Greece literally only has Cyprus as the core for now. There's an event that fires later that gives Greek cores on a bunch of basically modern day Greece. I think I want to say like mid to late 1600s on that. Don't quote me. If somebody wants to, you can go find it. I'm sure it's on the wiki. Which I think, did we not have a mission for Cyprus, guys? Do we need to core it? We need to core it. And it'll give us 10% morale. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, you can get upgraded. That's fine. Okay, these are in progress. Let's put this money and build up the econ a little bit here. Some manufactories. Okay. And let's start annexing biz. Any other moves we should make? We'll do this before Italy for sure. Well, we might do a Spain war here before the French war. Here, let's get our guys out of here. Oh, it's tied to admin 20, Greek separatism. Biz is gonna like start getting their good events. Yeah, okay, Ottomans, you go after these guys. What? You know, if the Ottomans, if we really wanted to cheese them, you drop a guarantee on this guy. Oh, should we do it? I mean, how bad do we want to mess up the Ottomans versus like Spain? This is not even a hard war. I think we need to go west. Look at this. We have no AE in Europe. Yeah, we're going west. But if you want to be cheeky and just give the middle finger to the Ottomans, drop a guarantee on this guy he's about to attack. And then just got him again. Does Greek separatism happen if Biz is still around? I think not. But they're going to be annexed. So we are going to get that event. One way or another. Here, let's get the transports over to Egypt. Hey guys, you're never gonna guess what's popping off in Biz. He's got a 1k army. He just spawned 25k Orthodox. Maybe I shouldn't have enforced on him. Maybe. Oh, and these guys are stuck in Syria. Here, we'll get them out first. Here. Okay, I do think Spain is next. And we're going to separate piece Austria first. So let's go. We'll just launch out of northeastern Italy here. Let's go here. We could take this in a separate piece deal. It might not be worth the AE though. It's for a mission, but the mission's kind of mid. It is this one. Capture Venice. I mean 50 dip and trade power. What if we co-CBM? Bohemia does not answer. Honestly, that's not bad. Maybe we co-CBM. Why does it show up with all this stuff? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, they're rivals. Streaming on a Monday is a little bit unusual for me, but I want to get another episode in between the middle of the week. My work schedule is kind of funky right now. I do half-day Mondays. I do 9 hours the next 3 days, and usually after a 9-hour day, I just want to like come back and like hang out with like my kids and stuff. I don't usually want to stream, but then I have Fridays off. So the time for me to stream is really that like Friday to Monday weekend block. And I'm hoping we can wrap this thing up by the end of the month because I want to do some of that Star Wars ZCOM thing. I don't know if that's going to happen though because we still have a lot of provinces to take. But I don't know. As the game goes on, it starts picking up. You know, once you start getting like late game techs and admin efficiency and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I'm probably not going to be streaming midweek. I might stream like Friday again. But yeah, I want to get another session in here. Get some more progress. This spy can come back. Yeah, we'll take that royal marriage. Forming Italy, yeah, it probably would speed it up. 3, group 4 up here. we're getting +1 monthly increase in dip because we're dropping 12 into annexation. We've got a couple more missions. We're certainly going to do this one where we core Cyprus, and then we may take some stuff off Italy here. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to integrate Hungary. It's been long enough. Do you guys know why? He's had this forever. Because it's 100 years, right? Is it 50 or 100 for a union? I know this one's a little bit funky, the incorporated PU, but I think the timer's still the same, right? Either way, even if it's been 100, he's had it for 100. Is 50 for PUs? Okay, why isn't Austria going for the annexation on this? Or integration, whatever you want to call it. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You've never seen Austria integrate? Oh, I've seen it. I've definitely seen it, because the troll thing is, if you're trying to take this land, as soon as Austria integrates it, this all gets added to the HRE, because right now it's not in it. So that could be... Do we want to cut them out? We could cut them out in this war. Because there's no AE for breaking the Union. So we deck Spain, and then instead of white piecing or taking land, you don't even have to co-CB him to do this. You do need 100 war score, which is a bit of a chore. You basically have to full occupy both Austria and Hungary, but it's possible. Yeah, well, so their chance to inherit is only 3%. Now, if you're a human playing Austria, you can jack up dip rep, and then they have that one age ability that gives them a bunch, but I think that's like Age of Revolutions, right? Or is it Age of Absolutism? It's a kind of a late game one that gives you a bunch of dip rep, but right now his chance of inheriting is only 3%. That's not that good. Let's look at what we need for Rome. Yeah, we need a decent chunk of Hungary. I don't think we want to let them... I mean, we would have a pretty significant warning unless they get lucky. I think the AI doesn't know better unless they've made the AI smarter. I think the AI just sees, like, eligible subject must integrate. But maybe there's some kind of exception. Maybe that's why they're holding off. Look at all our subjects. Of course, a lot of these are like OPMs. So, do we want to... How much time do we have? Okay, I don't think we have time to break it this second, but I don't think there's a huge time crunch because he hasn't started integrating. Aside from Iceland, what's the easiest country to form Rome with? Any of like the strong European powers, like Castile, Aragon. Aragon has missions to like give you almost everything you need. France, go Christian as the Ottomans is probably the single easiest way. Like go Orthodox as the Ottomans, and then just focus in the West. That's probably the single easiest. But Austria, any of the major like European powers can do it. Doing an Italy thing, it's a little bit more convoluted, but not that much more convoluted. If you can like get out of the early game and get Italy up to speed quickly enough, it's fine. it's totally doable. But yeah, as far as fun factor, I think Aragon would be up there because they start like they're not overpowered like the Ottomans are, where like you've won the game in 1444. You will still have challenges. You also have sort of like interesting dynamics in Iberia, where if you're player Aragon, you can get the Union, and then like you can form Spain that way, which is kind of fun. So I would actually say for fun factor, Aragon is up there. Actually, ultimate fun factor, do Aragon do the peasant republic stuff into Rome with you can only ally other peasant republics. So it would be like you and Dithmarschen against the world. That actually sounds kind of fun, but I don't know if it's enough of a challenge for me because they start a little bit strong for my taste. Because in player hands, you can merc up and beat all your neighbors. So, but yeah, you guys know I have a soft spot for the peasant republics. Yeah, Venice. Yeah, Venice is another one for sure. Okay, I think we're just gonna do a straight up war here. I'm not gonna co-CB this guy. We're gonna do this for. Let's do one of the Aragonese cores. One of these four. It is going to be Yativa here. Reconquest of Yativa. So this is Portugal, Denmark, Austria. Do we want to go CB this guy? Ooh, we could. We definitely could. The only extra nation Portugal would bring in is Mosquito. And if you don't know any better, this is Mosquito. They're Catholic. Central American OPM. Not too scary. So let's do that. CB, what do we say? Yativa. CB Portugal. Oh, and the colonies though? No, the colonies aren't worth it. Oh yeah, Biz into Roman Empire? Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's a fun one too. That would probably be like close in fun factor behind. Actually, I would put that on par. Restoring full Roman Empire as Biz is on par with like Aragon and the Mission Tree, maybe even higher. Biz is fun. Okay, let's do this war. Guys, the Biz noble rebels are going to be fighting the Orthodox zealots. He's already, guys, we just released his stuff and he's already got 33k rebels. 1,000 man army, 33k rebels. Although maybe Hungary will come help us out down here. Like, what is going on? Well, there goes the Austrian Navy. Guys, there's a kind of funny short tangent I'm going to go on here. So in Vienna, there's a like Austrian military museum that I've been to. I've been to Vienna once and it's a cool city, but they have a military museum and it covers like all their branches, but obviously most of it's dedicated to the army. But there is a naval section and they have this big model of like the peak aspirations of the Austro-Hungarian Navy. And this was in like the Dreadnought era. And like they wanted to like pretend to try to be competitive with like some of these other Mediterranean powers. It never got built. It was never more than like a plan, but the model looks pretty cool. So I'm sure somebody can find that thing on Wikipedia. This was before like World War One, and they lost access to the sea. Obviously, that kind of put an end to the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Because I think after Versailles, like a lot of the Balkan stuff, like I think it was Yugoslavia, what would now be like Croatia and stuff like that, was taken away. So the Austro-Hungarian Navy kind of faded into obscurity. Oh, Vienna's a cool city. Yeah. I had fun in Vienna. Hey guys, what is this? What is this? I thought it was a no allies run. The great power of England is intervening, but they're aiding us because we were fighting multiple great powers. So Italy or England is going to lend us a hand with actually 150,000 guys. We didn't need the help, but we'll take it. Even though this just means the English colonies are going to get occupied and feed war score. Also, tell me you're not going to like troll us in Iberia. Okay, you're not. They do, yeah. How many troops are going to come? That's what we should do, is just do like a watch here on the British Isles. Because he's got a bunch of guys here. They're not all in the colonies. So he's got, what is this, like 64K in Scotland and Ireland. He's got another, let's see, what is that? 66K here in like England. But are any of these guys gonna land in Iberia? Time will tell. But yeah, Vienna, it was a fun city to visit. It was a number of years ago now. Now I got a bunch of kids and we don't go anywhere. But yeah, it's a cool city. I think I've got a few viewers in Vienna, in Austria and Vienna, that have left comments before. So that's cool too. We got a bunch of admin. We never finished Diplo ideas. We should really do that because you get tech cost reduction and then we could get policies. Have I visited any other cool places? Yeah, I've when I was younger, before I had kids, I visited I would say a decent number of cities in Western Europe. I've been to London and Edinburgh. Those are both cool. I liked Edinburgh more though, because London's almost too big. London is so big. There is cool stuff in London though. So I would say those are both cool. In France, I've been to Paris, I've been to Nantes, and I've been to Lyon, which is here. And those are all cool cities too. I like Paris a lot. I know sometimes it gets a bad rap for being like, parts of it are kind of dirty, but there's a reason. I think it's the single most visited like tourist destination in the world. I like Paris. I have not been to Spain or Portugal. I'd like to, but didn't get around to those. In Italy, I've been to Florence here and Rome. Rome was almost too big. I kind of like the more medium-sized cities. Florence was awesome. Like you can walk around so much stuff, which is really cool. That's it for me in Italy. And then in Germany, I've been to Munich. Where are you? This Munich? German viewers are cringing. Yes, I think that's Munich. Munich, that's a cool city. I've been to Nuremberg, and I've also been to the Netherlands. I've been to Amsterdam, and we kind of drove around. We did some other stuff in the Netherlands, so honestly, those were all cool trips in different ways. And then outside of Europe, honestly, guys, I haven't done that much. I've never been to Asia. I've been to a lot of different parts of the US. I don't know what that counts for. And I've been to Mexico a couple times. I've been down here in the Yucatan. That was pretty cool. And then I've been on the Pacific coast also. But I've never been to South America. I've never been to Africa, and I've never been to Asia, Australia. So I don't know for an American if that makes me better traveled or worse traveled than most, but it is what it is. Asia is so expensive and involved. And really, I kind of can't travel now because I have 4 kids under 6. So I can't go anywhere, but that's a separate issue. When they're older, maybe, or when they go off to college or something. I have never been to Canada. No, I have not. Oh, this air sucks. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I've heard good things about Prague and Budapest. Poland, I'd love to visit too. Yeah, I really. Oh, actually, guys, I missed one. So when we did Vienna, we went east into Bratislava, Slovakia, and it's super short. It's like a less than an hour train ride, maybe 45 minutes. I think they're like 2 of the closest capitals outside of, like, if you count stuff like Rome and the Vatican. But that's really interesting because Slovakia, was part of like the Warsaw Pact and like the communist bloc and all that stuff. And Austria was like neutral in the Cold War and they kind of tried to stay independent. So, but the difference in like development, like you can see like the legacy of the communist era in Slovakia and like the architecture. There's a big war memorial outside of Bratislava that they built after World War II, which is pretty cool. So I have been to Slovakia. Come to Brazil. I would love to come to Brazil, but it's not in the cards right now. There's so many cool places that I would like to visit, but it's like everything in life comes down to, time and money and choices. So if we had decided not to have kids, I probably could have been to many more cool destinations, but I don't know. In life, you make your choices, and there's good and bad with everything. But travel opportunities are definitely one of the. Hey guys, look what's happening! Look who's in Salzburg. The British, the British are here. They did it. They actually landed. Yeah, for where I live in the US, I would say I definitely have traveled more than average. Because where I live, it's not a super like well-traveled area. But I don't know. It's all relative. My brother takes like international trips. He's like the opposite of me. He's been to like Spain and Portugal so many times. He's been to Morocco. He loves going down to like Central America and like Costa Rica and all this stuff. And they do international vacations like twice a year. He loves going to New Zealand. They've done New Zealand a couple times. So he like goes to all the places I don't, but he only has 2 kids, so it's a little bit easier for him. But yeah, I like most of the trips that we did. I don't know that we had any trip that was like, oh, that was horrible. I wish we didn't do that or anything like that. They've all been good in different ways. Okay, this guy, we just need to take Vienna. We can separate piece this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not enough of a big shot to get the EU5 release flights called a shot, and that's not. You're on the wrong channel for that. Besides, if you do that, then like, can you really be objective with the game? Like, I don't know. It'd be hard. I'm not saying like no one can do it, but it's hard if like they're paying for your flights and stuff. Like, say they pay for your flights and you play the game and it sucks. Are you really gonna say that, or are you gonna like hedge it and be like, oh, it's got amazing potential? And I'm not even saying it sucks. I think EU5 is complicated. I think it has some good things and bad things, but just in general, the I don't know. It's hard to stay partial when people are paying for like international airfare and hotels and stuff like that. But I also, guys, I have little kids. I can't ditch, you know, my little kids to go go visit Spain for 4 days or whatever. Okay, 50-50. So literally take like one province and these guys will be out. Let's just do something like this. That's the nice thing about being like as small as I am. The most that I get offered like free game keys sometimes. And I don't think I've looked at some of the games, but I don't think I've made any content for a game that I got a free key for. Not the people doing this aren't like watching my live streams, because otherwise they'd be like, get this guy off the list. I'm pretty sure they do, like, they scrape YouTube for like gaming content creators above like 5K or 10K or some arbitrary like subscriber criteria or views, or I don't know what their thing is, but I've clearly been scraped into like it's a lot of like smaller indie simulation type stuff. Some of which I'll check out, and some of which honestly look really bad. Okay, Austrian white peace. We could do something, but is it even worth it? Ending the Spanish alliance, is that worth it? Maybe. Yeah. And we'll take it, yeah, we'll annul it, take a little bit of money. They might come right back with it, but whatever. Okay, Denmark is in this. Actually, England, can you like go deal with Denmark? I'll deal with Spain. You go deal with Denmark. That sound like a deal? Okay, I think we can just head west. I'm not messing with this. To get their capital, you have to have naval supremacy here, which actually England could probably get us. Oh, look at that route. That is some AI pathing. This army go through Bohemia, Poland, the Ottomans, our North African holdings, Morocco, cross the Strait of Gibraltar, up through Iberia, up through France, then up through northwestern Germany. Look at that pathing, guys. That's disgusting. And the most disgusting part is the AI would do it. The AI would see that and say, hell yeah, let's go. We're not going to do that. But is this guy stuck? Are these guys going to get black flagged? There we go. Fine. Speaking of Lyon, we need a church here, but let's let the mill finish. Oh, that's actually a funny idea. Show off all the crummy games in a silly video. You know, that's not a bad idea. The biggest downside there is then I have a bunch of like mediocre slop games in my Steam. Although I think you can ask to have stuff removed from your Steam library now. They're not all bad. Some of them are... There's like... Have you guys heard of like Cozy Game Slop? Are you guys familiar with that? There's a similar thing, and maybe if I had more time, I would do like a detailed video about this. there's like sorting and simulation game slop out the wazoo, because I think they're not that hard to make in like Unity, and like 99% of these are made in Unity, because you can tell like games, you can get like a Unity vibe, and then also they share like models and assets all the time. But so they have all these like shopkeeper games, and they're not even all bad. Some of them are okay. And then also there's these sorting games. Like it sounds boring, and it in a way it is, in a way it isn't. Like there's this tidy up this arcane library game, which honestly isn't bad. That one I did play. But then one of these games will have success, and then there's tons of copycats out there that'll be like, okay, so tidy up the arcane library, that did well, let's do tidy up the mall, let's do tidy up the TV studio, and all like just derivative stuff, if that makes sense. And I get a lot of emails for that kind of stuff. But no one offers me like AAA titles, which is kind of funny. Oh, this guy is gonna take a battle here. Oh, we're getting chunked. Why does he have 120% discipline? You guys are too good. And a 3-star general. At least we got a good combat trade out of it. I don't know if that was worth it. But yeah, I guess there could be potential. Should we... Actually, let's take Toledo first. Let's do these two. Could be potential for showing off mediocre titles. I'll think about that. That's actually... It's not a bad idea. Like, here's the game keys that I've been sent, and just not even spend that long on them. Like, play the game for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then just put in a blurb like, this is what this game is about, and give it like a quick rating. It's actually not that bad of an idea. I've been kind of busy with stuff. So like edited videos take so long. I know people have been asking like, when's the next edited video? It's just, I don't have time. Like, I can stream a full series in the time it takes to like a medium edited video. Like not even one of the hour plus ones, like a 30-minute edited video probably. Okay, let's go get Madrid. That's true, people do like tier lists. Yeah. I've never done a tier list thing. Teach my kid to edit. My kid likes some of the slop games. I'll let him play some of them. They like some of those weird slop games. All right, there's Madrid. Guys, Bukhara. Friends cannot be separated. That's actually kind of a cool flag for Bukhara. What's the war goal? Down here. Let's go break this. Actually, we should get Portugal out of this thing too. Okay, England. Guys, England is actually helping. What is going on? Let's get the war goal. Let's get Portugal out. And what's going on with Denmark? England is not going to do anything with Denmark. Tax these guys into oblivion. How are we getting 500 ducats from a OPM subject that's occupied? Like, who's shelling out this cash? Don't ask too many questions. Take the money. It's like a Paradox influencer event. Don't ask too many questions. Take the money. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I don't blame any of those guys who do that. Especially the people, I have to think that a bunch of the Paradox influencers have other jobs. I don't see how you can be a Paradox influencer full-time. unless you're like living in your parents' basement or something. I just don't see how that's possible. All right, Lisbon, I'm thinking will be enough for a separate piece. Yeah, actually, no Great Britain. Is that because this is Edinburgh, right? I think, don't you need Edinburgh for Great Britain? So France is really trolling. We could help England out next France war if we kick out Scotland. But do we want to help England out? Because theoretically, restore Rome requires a chunk of England. Now, if you get enough of the rest, I don't know that you actually have to do that if you get enough of the other stuff. I think it's close. Yeah, so it's a trade-off. Because the naval stuff is worse. Great Britain gets some really nice naval stuff, their ideas, and then I think they get that unique doctrine. Just taking too long. It's barrage. Portugal. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought we did it without England. Yeah. That was actually, guys, that was the last time I formed Rome. Was that challenge run. That challenge run, that was like, is it almost 2 years ago now? I think I've been doing the channel now almost 2 years, which is kind of wild. Although not, the first of wasn't EU4. So it's been a little bit less than that, I think. Let's get back up here. Let's see if Portugal wants out. He does. Let's break this, and well, do we want to break that? They're probably going to re-ally anyways. We'll just take a little bit of money. Okay. Let's get non-black flagged here. And let's go get this stack. He's got some nice generals. 3631. I can't believe England is here and helping. So that was, it's because Portugal is a great power. So it saw, wait, no, there's actually 3. So we were fighting 3 great powers. Didn't really feel like it. These guys, for being great powers, these are pretty marginal. But yeah, England saw, hey, it's 1v3. That's not very sporting. They came in. Should we take this thing? Pretty early, but 10% admin efficiency. And Sunday schools. Yes, please. Yeah, Spain is only on it. Well, they're both only on it because they colonized so much. Their own dev, 231 and 569. They're only there because of colonies. I mean, and Austria's only on there because of Hungary. They're all being carried by subjects. Okay, let's see. Let's take these forts back. After this war, we're going to cycle out the independent army. They're, okay, we just annexed Gascony. And the Gascon army is chilling in Corinth. Make it make sense. Okay, we'll just merge these guys in with our regular stacks. And yep, Ming is no longer with us, guys. Or if they are, they're like nothing. Corinth is really nice to visit. Yeah, it must be. If I ever am less poor, I'd like to get some more training fields up. Let's actually do a few of those. I feel like we're making good money, but we're also spending a lot of money. If we wanted to micro this better, like I could turn off. Honestly, I could probably delete a bunch of these forts. Persia is not on Great Powers list. It's probably because of institutions. I mean, Bamani's could be on there too. I don't know about the Chinese. I don't know if we can really see enough. Delhi's having an okay game. But yeah, some of its institutions. This Eastern Europe, this game was really scuffed because Russia just got bodied. Well, so the weird thing is Muscovy got bodied, but somehow they still had the stuff to form Russia. But then it became the most pitiful Russia game of all time where they're boxed in like this. This is pitiful. But then, so the PLC beats Muscovy and expands all the way into the east and up into the Baltics a bit, but they never get what they need for the Commonwealth. So they're just stuck in this scuffed, like Poland, Lithuania, no actual PLC. And I think, I don't know if it was, is it because they don't have Danzig? Is that it? Or is it scuffed down here? I don't think it's scuffed down here. I think you need Danzig or Gdansk or whatever you want to call it for the PLC. So this is just all scuffed in the east. And now the Ottomans are going to get chunked. So you basically have like a major power vacuum. I mean, look at Sweden. Sweden is exploiting the power vacuum. Sweden is down here into Muscovite culture. Like, Sweden is stronger than some of these guys. And it's not even like a crazy Sweden game because they didn't take, you know, Denmark or Norway. So I don't even know what's going on over there. You guys want me to get Gdansk from Poland? Why? Well, we've got our own fish to fry, don't we? Help inform the PLC for old time's sake. I actually do like the PLC as an ally. This is back. Remember when we broke that? PLC is one of my favorite allies in the game. Because I don't usually want their land. They don't usually want mine, and they actually help you. And they don't crash their econ like Russia. So, and I know I've shown it in some of the challenges where if you're doing like a no army or no casualty challenge in Europe, you probably want these guys at some point, if not most of the game. Just depending on where you're going. Obviously, like France and some of the other Western guys can be good too, but a lot of times, even if you don't want French land, if they get big enough, eventually they'll hit you and want your land. And the way like the cultures and mission trees map out, Poland really doesn't go that far west and south. You know, they might go for a chunk of Hungary. They will go for like this West Slavic culture stuff. But if you're doing like a German HRE game, you can a lot of times get along with the PLC. If you're doing something in the Balkans or Anatolia, they're awesome. Probably one of my favorite allies. The opposite of Russia or Muscovy. Probably my single least favorite ally in this game. Yeah, the Tunis alliance gives us a way to reset if we want it. Yeah, a lot of times, so even if Poland marks Bohemia like in yellow, they won't actually go for it because a lot of times they're like afraid of the Emperor and the Emperor's alliances. And they usually have easier fish to fry elsewhere. But yeah, I'm not saying they never expand west and south. I've definitely seen Poland do weird stuff in like Slovakia. I've seen them like do stuff in like Silesia. I've even seen them try to go up here into northeastern Germany. So all that can happen. It's just, it's not guaranteed and it's also slow. So like in 150 years, Poland might have made like limited progress on one or two of these fronts. Whereas like in 150 years, the Ottomans, you know, they're next to Vienna and, you know, they've conquered Egypt, you know, they're midway through Persia, the usual Ottoman stuff. But yeah, and yeah, that you guys are right. The Western powers, once you hit the colonial era, you never know if these guys have all their troops in the New World and they're just going to get occupied and feed war score. Like that happens all the time. And then like Italy usually doesn't have strong enough powers emerge to have great allies. Like Venice can be good early game. They usually get wrecked by the Ottomans. Like, and of course, Ottoman alliance is like probably the best overall in the game for obvious reasons, especially if you're Muslim. But it feels dirty. It feels so dirty. Yeah, sometimes you'll have somebody come out of Italy decently strong. Yeah, like Milan consolidates the north. Sometimes Naples can push up if they get independence and you know nobody PUs them. You'll sometimes, but usually at best the Italian powers are kind of like that middle tier regional power. Like it's pretty rare to have like a legit AI great power come out of Italy unless you really hold their hand. Okay. The Ottomans will turn on you. That's true too. Even if you are Sunni. Say you're like Tunis and you get the Ottoman alliance and stuff, eventually your borders are going to meet, probably over here in Egypt somewhere, and it's pretty likely they're going to turn on you. But the thing there, it's the same as any like if you start near France and you ally them, it's can you get yourself snowballed far enough ahead that when they turn on you, you just beat them. It's the same thing like if you're doing a Granada into Andalusia, you can a lot of times get a French alliance and like have them help with Spain. Well, when they turn on you, can you beat them? And same thing with like a Biz Mamluk alliance. And if you're like a halfway capable player, by the time they turn on you, you can beat them. Now, if you're a newer player, that's a different story. And yeah, that's just one of the learning lessons of this game. Early on, I did have some biz runs go south because, you know, if you beat up on the Ottomans, the Mams a lot of times push up in here and have a decent chunk of Anatolia. And they're no joke, especially because you can't always get your Western allies to even help you. Like the distance to Cairo is too much. So yeah, when I was a noob, I had some runs go south here against the Mams. I'll admit that. Yep, and yeah, exactly. Poland is good at all stages of the game, basically. Guys, I don't even know how would I engineer this with the Teutons. Oh, okay, allied with Austria. So allied with Austria, and then, but we can't even force anybody out. It would have to be like a League War thing, which could happen. I'll tell you what, guys, if we can set up a League War, these guys would probably join the Catholic League and maybe the PLC will join the Protestants and we can hook them up. And we'll get a PLC game. Because we don't need anything close to them, right? Not really. The closest is here in Western Hungary, and then here at like tip of Bulgaria. Okay. Oh, I was a super noob, call the shot, and I still do noob stuff in this game. No, I've I used to be a huge noob. I learned this game by the School of Hard Knocks. I didn't really watch anybody play it. I just learned from failure. And this game is a cruel teacher. Because you can put, 20 hours into a campaign, and then the game is like, well, you're done now. I've decided that France or the Ottomans, 1500 dev, mid-game, out of control. France, Ottomans has just decided that the game's over. Let's get these guys merged up, just for fun. Yeah, I still do noob stuff all the time. Like, we don't need attach armies on. Okay, Denmark is on 25. Let's set up this peace deal. See what we're working with. Okay, so Aragon is going to get everything. And Leon is going to get everything. And Morocco, man, look at this. We're returning every core they have. That's kind of funny. Do we want to mess with the islands or just leave them be? Yeah, England's hooking us up. England has actually... It figures that a war where, honestly, we didn't really need the help, like we were doing fine, England actually comes in and helps. Yeah, I meant more so for the peace deal. Because this is, well, it's only 14 AE. That's crazy. These other subjects are like Galicia. This is not worth it, in my opinion. So we might just like straight up take provinces like so. Oh, wow. We're not even that far away from that deal. I think something like this is not that crazy. Yeah, borders aren't like too horrific. I mean, we're kind of cutting them in half, but it is what it is. And that's doable without spending ages on this. Yep, I agree with you. Learn PDX games by jumping into whatever scenario nation you find the coolest. My first Ottomans game was that no war challenge. And it was brutal, but that was more because the no war challenge is a kind of a brutal restriction. But the ones where it's like, oh, learn by playing a hard nation, I think you learn just as much by playing like a smaller nation. Like maybe more. I don't know. Okay, what else can we take? We can go land. Yeah, sure, let's go land down here. Somebody can get an island vacation. And we're getting ticking, so this really... 85, 95. Guys, these errors, what is going on? That's 3 in a row we've had to dump. They've all had like 7 or less. That's crazy. These errors are so bad. Yeah, Leon is funky because it's like a vertical chunk. And I don't know enough about Spanish culture to tell you if this is legit or not. But in EU4, it's literally just like a vertical slice from like the northern coast down into like west central Spain. And I have no clue if that's accurate, but that's what it is. Pirate Against the World achievement. Which one is that? Remind me what that is, because I don't think I've done it. $85 of 91. That is historical? Okay. Yeah, I think you're on the right track, where if you're an experienced player and you start as one of these strong nations, you just have to set like really ambitious goals where, yeah, it's like world conquest or like speed running various things. And that is not my kind of game. My favorite part of the game is like that early struggle, OPM start, your neighbor's got 5 times your dev, 2.5 times your army, like one wrong battle and it's over, like knife's edge stuff. That's my favorite part of this game. If you start as the Ottomans, that never happens. Like, no, you're not on a knife's edge of anything. You can lose 3 wars as the Ottomans and like still recover. Okay, 86, 88. Let's go land down here in Western Africa. Aztec Doomsday. Oh no. Oh no. And actually the timing on this will line up pretty decently with that France war. And we can try to flip an elector. We can gut France again. And we've got the deal. Let's double check it. Everybody gets cores. I'm gonna leave the islands. We take this stuff. Yeah, I think that's good. And that means we can start the annexation of Aragon now. Could have started that a while ago, honestly, but we were working on Gascony. So you don't want to do too many at a time, guys, because if you get down too low on dip power, you can get totally stalled where it won't progress all of them, because you can go into negative dip doing certain things like event choices and stuff like that, but with annexations, it won't actually pull you negative. So what it'll do is it'll only progress, like say you're trying to annex like 2 or 3 at a time, but you just don't have the dip mana to do it. It'll only progress 1 or 2 of those. Okay. Any nation can be on a knife's edge with a hard enough challenge. That's true, but with the Ottomans, it has to get like a little bit crazy. Because I don't really like the speed running knife's edge. Here. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, we could annex this guy too. This guy would be faster. How many do we want to do at a time? Let's actually cancel. I know that was a wasted month pick. I want to get this guy first. It can be much faster. I don't know that I played Ming. I did there. What's the achievement over here to be? Is it like start as Mongolia and form Yuan? I did that for the achievement. I did the one where you start as Korea and you like conquer most of China. Actually, I think I got 80% there and I got Horde. I think I bailed out, but I got like the ship durability one, which was a little bit silly. But actually Ming straight up, I don't think I've ever done Ming straight up. So maybe I should figure out some kind of challenge for that. Okay, let's get rid of these guys. And France is next. Do we want to drop any privileges yet? GovCap, admin, zealotry. Like dev of temples, I'm gonna drop. That one we want for sure. Like expand the fortifications. Dropped. And then burger stuff. Let's seize again. Okay. Okay, final. That's a good question on Sardinia missions. Let's look at this real quick because we might be approaching Italy time here. This is like an alliance chain that's not happening. You need like an ally with 150% of our strength. We're probably not even going to find that if we wanted to. This one is to take Swissland, but it just gives you like cores and CCA. Or I'm sorry, not cores. Cores would be good. Permaclaims in eastern France, and we already have the whole region of France as permaclaims. And this one, admin and CCA, we're not even really running cav this game, so that's not worth it. Let's see what else. This is done. Capture Venice, mid. Yeah, guys. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna keep these Saluzzo ideas, guys. I like them, and it's kind of like a meme at this point. Let's finish Diplo ideas. And that's a pretty nice policy. Diplomat plus autonomy change. And we have already, guys, I don't think I've ever done this mission tree. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Rightful heirs. This is going to give us a bunch of permaclaims. Looks like over on like the Adriatic. And wait, what is this Roman ambitious? What is this? What? You literally get CBs on claims for the Roman Empire as the first mission? But you have a penalty in Diplo rep and relation slots, which is kind of brutal because we're already over. But that seems really good, right? Plus, so I'm torn. I mean, we're doing like a Roman Empire thing. I think we just take the penalty. I mean, we're going to annex Leon in 5 years. Both of these guys. Okay, you have to have claims. Blatant Roman. Here, let's hit it. Okay. We'll read this thing. So dip rep -2, -2 relations. I actually think if you're min-maxing, it might not be as good as I thought because you need the claims first, and it's 90% AE. I don't know what they mean. So it's like a little bit cheaper war score. That's okay. It's not as good as I thought. I thought it was giving us CB for all those provinces. But yeah, it's got the naming. It's definitely in keeping with the run. So we'll do it. Even though the relations feels bad. We're now at 8 out of 5. It's fine. We'll manage. Okay. Italia Transalpina. These were like our starting provinces, like the Savoy Provence area. Okay, so this is a bunch of French permaclaims and then a level 1 center of trade in... Where's that province? Oh, interesting, here. So we got a center of trade in Torino from the Sardinia Piedmont missions, and we're about to get one here from the Italian missions. Okay. The 7 provinces. We already have a permaclaim on France. We'll get another one. Gain, do we already have Occitan as a promoted culture? We do. Actually, that is most of our dev. Interesting. 10% AE and a autonomy reduction. Those are both good. Wait, a worthy navy? We don't have a worthy navy, Bob. Bob's in shambles. It wants us to be closer to force limit. Worst part of forming a nation is you lose all your hotkeys, guys. We can make the navy happen. Can we? How do we do galleasses? Have we unlocked that? Is that going to be something we get going here? Okay, we have something down here. Unify regional economies. You're supposed to dev 50 times. We've devved 198 times. I think we've done that. Selling titles gives admin. Every owned province loses 15 autonomy. Okay, that's pretty good. Economic liberalism. How much are we getting from trade? 85. Okay, that's doable. Who else is contesting Genoa? Aragon and Spain. Wait, does Genoa have to be the highest valued node in the world? Because that's going to take a little bit of engineering. Develop the south. Okay, we need to dev the south a little bit. Five provinces in southern Italy must have 25 dev. Does Napoli not count? Or is that our one of our 5? But if you're going off like areas and stuff, all the other stuff... Yeah, it does. I think it counts, and it's over 25 already, so that's fine. 21 here. We take this tech first, because let's take the tech first so I don't blow all our mana. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to wait on that. We can't do that. It's going to be a minute. Sometimes these mission trees are a little bit overwhelming, guys. You guys feel that way? Especially when you unlock something like this, and it feels like someone just like threw a textbook at you and is like, learn it, master this. Okay, so this is the Adriatic stuff you guys were talking about. Wow, that's a lot of permaclaims. Holy moly. Oh, what is this? These permaclaims are out of control. You guys were not kidding. Okay, so we got to build up the Navy. Get the Navy back. Wait, what is this stuff? What are concessions to the peasantry? Is that like an Italian thing? What does that even mean? Okay, we got a new ruler, 335. He's fine. You guys, what did we just concede to the peasantry? HRE thing? We're not in the HRE. Yeah, the ruler is Imperator. Yeah, that is kind of cool. I saw that. What is this nonsense? It is an HRE thing, but we're not in it. Why are we getting punished for that? Wait, I'm in the HRE? No. We left when we formed Sardinia Piedmont. Wait, how are we back in? What? How are we back in? What? What? Oh, because Rome was in the HRE. What is going on? What? Yeah, because the Pope got added to the HRE. I never removed it. And then forming Italy pushed our capital. What? So we can now take Switzerland for free. Look at this, guys. That's a laugher because the Emperor doesn't even get called to this. How am I Empire rank? Hesse isn't an elector, are they? Hesse is not an elector. Yes, should I become an elector? What is going on? But the Emperor does not like giving it. Here, what are my options? It's like I can try to buy it. No, I'm not Catholic. Bohemia is not going to like us enough, so I would need to vassalize an elector and like usurp it. And if I'm doing that, I might as well just force convert them, right? I mean, we were probably going to lead the league anyways. You don't have to be in the HRE to lead the league. And we're by far the strongest Protestant power. Like, it's not even close. You know, the drop-off from us to the second-ranked Protestant power is like us to Lubeck or something. Claims we get in the... Now we're talking about the German mission tree. You guys think usurp is cooler? Let's... I mean, it's still possible if we do the France thing, because he's allied to 2 electors. But how much dev do these guys have? We could co-CB them in the war. What are the rules on usurp? I know you have to vassalize an elector. What else do you need for it? It's been a minute since I usurped. The Italy color is a little bit mid. Somebody said that. I actually agree with them. We should probably state some of this stuff too. We're pretty good on GovCap. and I could do more courthouses and stuff. So that's a pretty good one. We might need some more courthouses, honestly. There's an Italian mission. Guys, this... I think they broke Italy. What is going on? Okay, let's do... Oh, and we don't even have to build that much to get over here. Let's build some... So they are galleasses. Wait, how... How did we get... How did we get galleasses? We didn't even hit anything yet. This is the humiliate thing you guys were talking about? Oh, it's the unit type, not the actual special. Yeah. Yeah, okay. One of the galley tech tiers is called galleass. Yeah, okay. They're not the real ones that like you build out of this bad boy. I don't even know if those things are that good. I haven't really messed with them because I don't play Venice. Nice, this mission tree. Okay, we need to improve Bologna 10 times. And we get a bunch of random... What is going on? What? What is this? 80 Inno? That's actually a lot of Inno. I mean, we have 52. Maybe we'll get there. What is this? 1,000 dev in Italy with stab 2. Getting Sardinia and Sicily will help with that. What are these guys? These modifiers are busted. This has got to be one of the more broken trees in the game. Do they do this because forming Italy is like, I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it's a bit involved, and so they're just like, okay, if you can do this, there's just broken modifiers left and right. Okay, we need... Oh my gosh. There's broken army stuff too. Return his legions? We got stuff talking about Julius Caesar? What the... What is going on? A real Roman Empire? Oh, okay, so these are the Roman missions. These are basically the Roman missions, and those are busted. But I never play them because once you form Rome, the game's over, in my opinion. This looks like the Roman mission tree. Is that right? Is this the same? Because that looks like the Roman mission tree, even though I've only seen it like you form Rome and then you look at the mission tree and it lets you, click a bunch of them. But then I always end the game when I form Rome. Because for me, that's like the goal of the run. Really, Rome adds on to it because this looks pretty involved. But okay, so this thing, 90% of the force limit. Let's check our land force limit. 196. Has won 40 battles, currently 391. I think we met that. We're gonna get, I just built a bunch of galleys. We'll get that naval mission easy peasy. The army one is a little bit more involved because we basically need like 180,000 guys. And right now we have 95. You get galleasses after that. Oh, this one right here. Yeah, but we need 80 galleys for this. What? The galleon hybrid? What the hell is that? Whole modifications? What is going on? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll do some more galleys. The friend Ethiopia? I don't know if they want that friendship, given how that turned out. Oh man, I feel a little bit overwhelmed. Wait, why does it say? Oh no, okay, that's to break with one of these guys. I was like, why does it say break alliance as if we were allied to them? This is to break one of their alliances with somebody else. Yeah, that's right. And this never works, guys. I mean, we're decently powerful. Actually, okay, this one, the Great Power Break Alliance, can work on small nations. The one that, where's the influence one? If you ally somebody and build up a ton of favors, you can ask them to end alliances. That one actually works better, in my opinion. This one only works, where is it? This one down here only works. It almost has to be between two nobodies because it doesn't even work here. Let me show you. So if we go to one of these guys, they'll still tell us to kick rocks because the ally is strong and they have trust. So I don't know. I've seen the AI do it, so I know it can be done, but it's pretty hard to actually pull off. Okay, so if we're doing a France thing, June of 1608, he's only on 77k. I think we're gonna go Bohemia first. I think it's gonna be Bohemia, and then maybe we'll go vassalize. Which one should we vassalize, guys? I mean, it'd be another dip slot. Should we just convert them? We could convert them both, right? Or would it be too much war score? How much dev do these guys have? Mines has 121, 139. I almost think we'd have to go CBM. We need part of Gelra. We don't need any part of mines. Yeah, they have too much dev. I think we have to go CB either way. Either vassalize Oh, is it really? You have to be emperor to usurp? I thought it was a decision. The usurp thing might be a little bit convoluted anyways. Yeah. Is Holy Roman Empire, and you have to use 5 imperial authority. Yeah, you're right. Look above that on the wiki. Okay, what's above it? Okay, claim the electorate in the peace term. Oh, okay, so we get them as a subject, and then we get claim the electorate CB. Okay, 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 so there is a way. Okay. So maybe we co-CB this guy. That Portugal's defender of the Catholic faith. Okay. No one has ever used the CB on YouTube before. I'm sure somebody has used that CB on YouTube before. I am sure they have. Portugal's not having a great time. Okay, guys, so what do we think about this? France. Do Burgundian Reconquest, co-CB. If we're just flipping religion, do you guys think we have to co-CB? I almost think we may still need to. Because both of these guys have devved up quite a bit. It's a gamble. If we don't do it and we can't flip them, then that's a real bummer. I mean, and we're not adding that much to the war, really. Okay, should we knock Poland out first? I almost think we should knock Poland out. So this is as far as annexation goes. Does this also apply to forced conversion? There is a modifier in here for like, where is it? It's not this one. There's a force religion one. There's so many modifiers in this game, guys. Yeah, because you can stack it, but I'm blanking. What's the name of it, guys? It's like a force conversion cost or something, but it's not under F. You guys know what I'm talking about? Because you can stack it, and that's how you can flip like massive nations. It's not war score cost versus other religions. It's under E for enforce. Check religious ideas for the name. Okay. Where is it? Wait, is it not in here? Or did I miss it? I know it's at the bottom of the theocracy gov reforms. Is it under C? It's not convert. Oh, it's in divine ideas? We can't check divine ideas. Sort of on the wiki. We're getting sidetracked. But not really, because I need to know if these guys need to be co-CB'd. I kind of think they might. Okay, I'm on the wiki. Cost of enforcing religion through war. But where is that in here? At this point, we could have just like scrolled through this thing. Like slowly. I think the modifiers still show up if you have nothing. Like, well, I think I thought all modifiers showed up regardless. You guys think if you have no modifiers for it, it just doesn't show up? Really? That's true? This list needs a search function. Yeah, that list is a lot. I think we go CB just to be on the safe side. Because we want a league war and we're kind of running out of time. Let's well, that's a pretty cheap advisor. That guy's super cheap. Why is this guy so cheap? What? Level 4 advisor for 5 gold a month? That seems balanced. Don't bring up the EU5 tech tree. I can't handle that thing. That's a beast. Okay. Yeah, I did have a mission that gave advisor cost reduction. Yeah, we did. It's hilarious to me that we're back in the Empire, because once you're out of the Empire, it's actually kind of tricky to get back into it. You have to like do some like engineering, because it's not that easy to move your capital in and out of the Empire. It's not as simple as just like click move capital, because then it'd be too easy. You could totally game it. So if you wanted to do something like this, you almost have to like engineer it such that, you know, you lose a war and give away your capital, and then it gets bumped to a province that's in the HRE. So it's funny to me that we did it accidentally, just by coincidence, with the Pope joining the HRE, which that alone is pretty rare. Then we never removed it. And then us forming Italy, moving the capital back. That's funny to me. We accidentally did something that's kind of tricky to engineer. So, yeah, we'll take some Inno, even if the rest of Europe doesn't like it. The only question here is, do we hire like another merc stack before this war? And maybe we do. Maybe we go back to the Grand Company. Hey, we're making pretty good money. Let's do Grand Company here. Trade embargo. We're technically, yeah, we're Imperator. That's actually, that's pretty legit. Hey, there we go. And now we're talking, guys. 4-3-5-3. Pretty decent siege general. I can get behind that. You can be this guy, and this guy. Even though we have no morale here, I think we still deck this thing. Guys, do we go deal with the Orthodox Zealots? Somebody else probably will. Hopefully. Okay. All these French claims, that's crazy. What's the war goal? These are... Guys, this would be an even easier... The Palatinate, is that a better play? These guys have, like, no dev, right? We use a Burgundian claim to go into this guy. How much dev does the Palatinate have? And then we could do it either way. We could force convert him or vassalize and then use the CB on Bohemia. We have to fight France either way when we fight the Emperor. We do need him for Rome. So maybe we vassalize this guy. OCBM? Fight like the ultimate HRE coalition here? What do we think about this, guys? A lot of jokers. This would be for vassalization. I think if we, now that we have the Palatinate on deck, I'm leaning towards vassalization. And so then we would co-CB. I'm kind of leaning towards this war. Now it's still a little bit convoluted because it's a two-step thing. So we win this, we force vassalize him. We're our Diplo slots are getting just abused. But then we have to declare the war against Bohemia. But that's not that bad. Yeah, and we can convert a bunch of these jokers in the process. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wow, Portugal. This is a sad state for you. Literally, peasant rebels roaming the countryside. This is like a mercy killing. This is like Old Yeller. Like behind the woodshed. Flagship's getting sunk. Just... Why is this? This is the defender of the Catholic faith. Guys, the Catholic faith has fallen significantly. If this is the defender. Okay, right now he's 4272. Here, we'll hook him up. There's Lisbon. Okay, so you're gonna make me like full occupy you, buddy. Seems legit. Let's crush what's left of your sad navy. Okay, now have you had enough? Yes. Okay, let's get out of here. And then this is like the HRE mini coalition. Right after we wipe peace and he goes back to war in the New World. Okay. Okay, so top priority here is the Palatinate. Here, we got to reconfigure. We set up our spies for that other war. See, it's just a, like, coalition of HRE miners. This is not bad at all. There goes our commandant. Let's get another one. And let's go for the Palatinate. He doesn't even have a fort. He's got his capital fort, that's it. And we're getting siege ability. It's all coming together. We're still Defender of the Faith, right? Yeah. Italy, Defender of the Protestant Faith, is a little bit scuffed. Wait. Yeah, that's fine. That's a funky path to take. We'll go this way. Don't use the word coalition. That's against the rules. That's right. It's an unofficial coalition. Yeah, not all the religious groups use Defender of the Faith. Dharmic does not. I don't know about some of the others, but Dharmic definitely does not. So, like, Buddhist, Sikh, Hindu. Actually, is Buddhist in Dharmic or Eastern? Hindu and Sikh, for sure, are in Dharmic and do not. Buddhist might be in Eastern. I actually don't know. Let's go over here. Okay, so step one is... Force vassalize. Buddhism's Eastern. Okay. Okay. Eastern. Can you have a defender of the faith in Eastern? Like a Buddhist defender of the faith? Actually, I'm not sure if you can there either. Okay, here's our Navy thing. Okay. We got an African pro consulare. Just a free 100 GovCat. Oh my god, this stuff, guys. Follow the coast. Just $2,000. Here's $2,000 and a beast admiral, and oh yeah, here's a chief commandant. Like, what is this stuff, guys? Like, where do they come up with this stuff? Here, we're making enough. Now, you know what? I'll keep that guy at 3 for now. Here, let's switch out. Well, actually, I said Beast Admiral. This is kind of a one-dimensional. This is the Shock God. If this was a early game army, I'd be thrilled to see this. 1613 early game army. This is basically all you need. For a mid-game navy, this is not really your guy. I don't know. I think I take Bob over him. Mostly because of combat width. So I think siege helps if you're parked offshore. So for example, like here in Lisbon, I think we would get extra siege rolls in Lisbon. But that's so niche. I mean, I don't know. Does it help with blockade efficiency too? Also, we completed this thing. Permaclaims in Iberia. Why not? Centers of trade upgraded. 2 years of trade income. 2883. Another $2,000. Here's another $2,000. Take some money. Oh my god. Here, that's enough. We can finish Malta forts, and then we could probably throw some money at this thing too. It's like, it's a little bit ridiculous, guys. Actually, let's get some manpower up. That should finish Malta forts. Or no, that's just level 2. Okay. Let's go get these guys. Man, you guys told me Italy was busted. I had no idea it was busted on this level. That's crazy. Nice pathing. Alright, let's go take Aragonese peasants. Not my problem. Guys, we could vassalize and flip him. We could do both. I think we're going to. So that could start the requirements for League War, and we could still have the option of being an elector. Best of both worlds here, guys. Why do either or? Why not both? Our legitimacy is in the tank anyways, so I'm gonna take the stab hit. It's only 57 admin. Okay. And then like this free city, if they're not already Protestant, okay, they're reformed. We might as well flip them. I don't see why not. Yeah, there were some missions that needed to stab. Guys, Biz Rebels in force. And also all the AIs went for Biz. Look at this. Okay. Let's separate peace. Regensburg. You can become Protestant. And should we pillage him? Only 4 AE. Nah, that's not a good use of AE. Even though it would have been fine, but this seems wasteful. Okay. Let's go up here to the Papal State in Fulda. Isn't Fulda, I think there's like a Fulda Gap, which back in like the Cold War days, I think this is the right place. This was like the expected, I guess you'd call it, where like the Soviet and Warsaw Pact armor would hit the Fulda Gap, because I think like to the north and south, I think it's like pretty heavily forested and the terrain is rougher. The game calls this woods, but I think there's a gap here that is open to like armor divisions and stuff. And this was right, I think, on the line between like West and East Germany. But it's interesting that is now the Papal State. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it could have been woods back then and gotten like developed over time. And, you know, highways and stuff built up. Yeah, I'm sure the bridges were mine, but then like the Soviets had like engineer units and stuff with like portable bridges that I'm sure they would have tried to put up, and then like Western air power would have been trying to like keep those down. That would have been crazy. It's Cold War stuff is pretty wild. To think we weren't like that far from another massive war a couple times with the Cuban Missile Crisis, and then there was another time where it's kind of an interesting story, guys. There was a Russian officer working in like their early warning like missile detection system, and it detected a bunch of ICBM launches from the US, or at least they showed up as if like there were multiple launches. And this officer, I think it was like the middle of the night or something, so he's not even that senior of an officer. This is like a mid-level officer, and he's in charge of basically like, do they escalate this, you know, start kicking up the food chain and order retaliatory missile launches, or do you wait and see if it's like a sensors issue and it's not a real launch? And he did the latter, and that's all it was. It was like a sensor issue and they dropped off. But like, if that guy panics and loses his mind, how many things are different? Like, how crazy is that? That was the guy's name, Stanislav Petrov? Yeah. And that guy, we're not talking, this is not like a Soviet general. I think he was like, I don't know, a captain, or maybe like a major, maybe like a mid-level officer rank, but like crazy stuff. Okay. Yeah, it was 1983, so that was like the Reagan years, where they were pretty concerned about Reagan doing something with like the military buildup. I think the Soviets viewed Reagan as like, I don't know if warmonger is like the right word, but definitely like as an aggressive president. Okay, let's see. Augsburg, we can force out. Force religion, war reps. Okay. Who else is left? Frankfurt. The stuff with nuclear weapons is crazy because there's checks and balances down low, like at the actual like operational level, you know. So like in the US silos, and I'm sure it's the same in other nations, like, you know, there's missile silos like all over the Midwest, and there's like always multiple officers and they both have to agree. So one person losing their mind can't set off, you know, World War III or in the planet. But as you start going up, those checks drop off. So like our current president, if he were to like lose his mind with nukes, I'm not sure that there's anything in place to stop him short of like a, you know, military rebellion against civilian authority, which is a whole separate issue. But it's kind of crazy. And I know they do it that way so there's not like, if you only have minutes to decide, you don't have time necessarily to get together, you know, a group of several people. But I don't know, you really got to pick your leaders well with a setup like that. It's, you know, it's a good roost stream because I'm just rambling about all kinds of stuff. Do we care about the religion in Fulda? I don't care. Yeah, we're rambling about nuclear weapons. How do we get from 1610? The League War hasn't even happened yet. We're talking about nuclear weapons and the Fulda Gap. I don't know. History's interesting. I feel like a lot of probably not everybody who plays this, but I would say like a solid majority of the people who play this game have an above average interest in history. I think it's like almost by definition. Okay, obviously we can't enforce religion on the Pope. It'd be kind of funny. We could vassalize him. I don't think we need to. We could pillage him again. 0.8 AE to pillage. Now we've done enough disrespectful things to the Pope. We'll just take a little bit of money from him. Token money. And who's next? Over here. Let's go. Okay. The Papal Tiara. The Pope has been bounced around, so we kicked him out of Italy. He came up to the HRE, got decked on and annexed. He got spat back out by a different theocracy. I'm pretty sure he got annexed a second time. And then this, I think, is the third iteration. Just tough sledding there for the Pope. Yeah, the Pope in the Protestant Empire. That's, I mean, that's kind of where we're headed. This event, manpower. Okay, Frankfurt. They're already a Protestant free city, so I don't really have that much to take from you. You think the Pope is required to leave the HRE if the Emperor is not Catholic? I have no idea if that's the case. We might find out. Okay, let's see. Can we get the Palatinate stuff yet? We can. Okay. So Palatinate, this is actually a decent chunk of AE, even as a co-CB. just because I think they've devved these up a little bit. 17, 15, 31 in the capital, 12. So yeah, he's been deving as the AI does. And so vassal of Italy, convert to Protestant. Should we go with like a little tax also? Okay. So there's our claim the electorate CB. That's also a which one's the Palatinate? This one. That is a Protestant elector, and we will see how long that takes to kick in. We weren't going to do anything. Well, we can convert these guys maybe. We need a little bit more. There is, well, so if the leagues don't form, or even if the leagues form and then the Protestants just never declare it, which is pretty rare because the AI likes to declare it even into like kind of like suicidal stuff, you will get the Peace to Westphalia religious peace with no official faith. And that's how you can get Protestant, Reformed, Catholic. You can get funky stuff like Coptic. I almost think Peace of Westphalia religious peace is the most fun outcome, but if you're power gaming it, I still think you're better off committing. Like if you're trying to like revoke or something, I think you're better off committing to one or the other and then just force converting all over the place for religious unity. But if you're doing like a role play thing just for fun, or you're trying to get funky like Coptic and like other non-official faiths, then Westphalia gives you, it's really kind of the only game in town. Wait, it can't be a subject? Well, then we'll be decking. Okay, we'll be decking that war sooner rather than later. We're about done anyways. So the goal here was to take this Burgundian core. That's fine, guys. We still have 15 years. We can get the electorship for ourselves in 15 years. Don't worry about that, guys. Guys, 1.1 AE to take this. Then should we make this guy give up his Burgundian cores too? I don't see why not. So if you do this, this is kind of an interesting thing, guys. So this, I don't know how to say it. Hainaut, I'm sure that's wrong. Like these like Flemish provinces, I don't know. But anyways, so if we were just to separate piece this guy and tell him to return these 2 Burgundian cores, it's 31 AE. It's kind of like, ooh, that's a little bit nasty. If we do it as part of the main peace deal, it is 7 AE. So obviously we're gonna do that. It is, yeah, it's kind of border gory. Yeah, it is. So Burgundy is gonna have 4 different enclaves, kind of. We'll unify them. Is it Walloon? It could be. Yeah, you might be right. Guys, this siege got up to 99%. Wait, who's looting Alexandria? Who's down here? How'd they get all the way down here? Oh, what a journey. Okay. Whatever. I'm not even mad about that. Why is this taking so long? Let's pick up the pace. don't need this spy network anymore. Let's pre-prep a French and Bohemian spy network. Just assault? What's the garrison like? I'm not assaulting into that. It's too rich for my blood. Italy formation is... You guys warned me that it was going to be broken. It's more broken than I ever thought possible. There's like laughable modifiers all over the place. We've only done like 10% of the tree and there's already laughable modifiers. Also, Multan got the elephants event. We're fighting Russia. Okay. Alright, we need to wrap this war up so we can get... Okay, Age of Absolutism. Right now we have 20... There goes our Centers of Reformation. Come on, let's go, guys. You know, yeah, laughable as in super good, like overpowered. Come on. Okay, can we make the deal? 101 of 124. We're getting trolled by these other occupations. Maybe we just go, guys. Maybe we don't even wait around. Let's prep. Let's prep for France. Claim the electorate, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's too crazy. You can't. Whoa, these. Okay, we're not doing that. Hope we don't get like stack wiped up here and got like nowhere to go. Yeah, we did some scuff stuff with the HRE accidentally. Because the Papal State was in the HRE and added Rome. So we accidentally moved the capital back into the HRE. And so I formed Italy and I got this weird concessions to the peasantry modifier. And I'm like, what is this? Like, where's this coming from? And chat was like, oh, that's the HRE thing. Like, we haven't been in the HRE, you know, in 100 years. When we formed Sardinia Piedmont, we left the HRE. Do we want this right now? Nah, I'm not doing that right now. So we don't have an electorship right now, but we have a subject who is, which gives us a claim the electorate CB against the emperor. So this is actually a funny war name. Italian Bohemia War for the Elector Position. That is a funny war name. We already decked it. That's why we're fighting France here. France is not the primary target. We're gonna white piece France. No, we want the League War first. I don't know if it's worth it, but we've talked so much about the League War, we are doing it at this point. Yeah, dismantle is probably a better call. But I've been talking about the League War for 5 streams. and waiting for it to form. So we're forcing a league war here. All right, there's Paris. Let's see if we can separate piece this guy yet. No, but we're getting there. The problem with the League War, guys, is I wanted Austria as the emperor. And that's not happening. Because we don't really want anything from Bohemia. Alright, can we end this other war yet? No. Yeah, someone said 1625. I'm hoping they gave me good intel. Because, it'd be a bummer otherwise. You guys usually give me good intel. You can't find where the 1625 came from? Don't tell me that. Until I see Peace of Westphalia, I'm, but look up the Peace of Westphalia event. Does that not have triggers on it? Because that would tell you. Okay, there's the French White Peace. It's in the Religious League section. Okay. I'm hoping it's good intel. It sounds legit, so why are we always fighting Portugal? They've got to be locked into Defender of the Faith all the time. Yeah, that guy's kind of good. Another 3 siege guy. Okay. We lost Treviso. Wait, they're on Venice? That's unacceptable. Let's get... We can trap here. So we're going to get on Treviso. What's our navy? Oh, our navy's way over here. Okay. So now these guys have nowhere to go. Peace. Good job with that one, AI. I love overstacking. Okay, here we go. So we can piece out of that other war. 3 cores for Burgundy. Yeah. Yep, good enough for me. And then we are headed to Prague. Guys, don't worry about 120k on mountains. Guys, here, let's look at attrition. See how I stack up with the greats. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Never mind. That's rough. That is rough. Not beaten by that much, considering the starts. Guys, we started at Saluzzo and we caught up in attrition. It's 16-12. But I like to overstack. Like a noob. It's kind of fun. How much war score? Let's check. It is here. It's only 40. That's not too bad. So, because this doesn't need to be, you know, 100 war score slugfest with Bohemia. We have taken... Oh, we could... Guys, we never finished defensive? How did I forget that? We seriously never finished defensive? I could have sworn we finished that ages ago. Guys, for me to do a no attrition thing, that's basically a no army run. I can't have an army without them taking just incredible attrition. Why is Portugal in this war? So troll. Yeah, we're at 9 of 5 Diplo slots. That feels bad. That does feel bad. War has changed. Okay. I was told war never changes. Not sure which game to believe. All this and only 14 war score because Portugal... Wait, what are my subjects doing? Why is Portugal just running rampant through Iberia? These guys are still disloyal. Hey, you guys know what I should do? I need to get the Moroccans on side. Let's placate these guys. Any debts or anything? Okay. And then let's... They'll probably do a royal marriage here in a month, Dick. Because they actually have a decent army. Probably should have done that a while ago. Let's see. Guys, we were having fun with Sardinia Piedmont. I don't want to just rush game-breaking stuff. This guy's full occupied and an 18 war score. That's nasty. War goal is take Prague, take the capital. We keep getting disease outbreaks over here too. Come on. Okay, he's legit full occupied and at 23 war score. Alright, let's start. I guess we go deal with these two. Guys, can you imagine if we didn't have strong duchies? We would have 3 Diplo slots. We'd be at 9 of 3. He's a Byzantine leader on this, and he's really good. 6-3-4-2. Okay. Just let us have it, Bohemia. You're not gonna win. Just throw in the towel, buddy. Biz borders are looking occupado. A little bit of occupation going on here. And he never moves to his capital. Never moved his capital to Constantinople. Why would the AI do that? Oh no, he's got it. This is Biz. He just did not move his capital. His capital is in Corinth, the first province we gave him, with 73% devastation. With a capital fort you literally cannot turn off. And a metropolitan. It's so bad. So bad. What, he never cored it? How did he never core it? He's had it for ages. Guys, look at that devastation map for Byzantium. Hey, we've got some prosperity. That's cool. Why don't we have prosperity down here? Working on it. Yeah, I know he lost his original core, but like, can he not hit the core button like the rest of us? I don't know if we have a lot of artillery here, but maybe it doesn't matter. Yes, it didn't. Okay. 70 of 73. Let's make this happen, buddy. All this so we can just be an elector. I don't know that all this was worth it at all, guys. We really... We're getting distracted here. Italy becomes elector of the Holy Roman Empire. A random subject of Italy loses the electorate. Well, there's just one of us, so... One of our subjects. Okay. We're in. We are in. Now what? What was it all for? Ottoman War in 3 years, probably. We could do Tunis. The Ottomans are 11k in debt? Holy moly. This Austria war is not even that crazy. How many? We had Empire when we were Sardinia Piedmont, and then we kept it as Italy. And I don't know how that works with us being in the HRE, but it's a thing. Because I thought you were supposed to get dropped. Don't tell me it's 120 months. Oh God. I don't know. Did we? No, there's no funky Italian gov reforms here. At least it didn't tell us. This is all standard monarchy stuff. 120 months. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. It means we can keep putting around with other wars. So let's look real quick. So Spain, it might be easiest to check it this way. Spain is 1619, that's 5 years. Tunis, we could go now. Of course, we don't need these for Rome. We could just feed them to like Morocco. And the Ottomans would dishonor. That's cool. The Ottomans themselves are up in 3 years. That has potential. I actually think in France we just white peace, so that's going to be a couple years. I think Austria, I think this has potential. Feudal nobility. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we're still okay. I mean, we have 15 years. We could get unlucky. That's possible. Maybe we need to go. Will flipping more electors help us? Who should we vote for? Vote for Poland? We're gonna vote for Poland, guys. Saxony's with us. Oh, I only have 11 years? Oh, shoot. Wait, so all that and we have below 50% chance of the leagues even happening? Oh, God. I can't vote for ourselves. We're not Catholic. We're not eligible to be emperor. Remember, until religious peace happens, it's Catholic. And then depending on how the things go, with either religious peace, league wars, all that stuff. But yeah, up until all that, it's Catholic. Catholic monarchies, and you have to have male ruler, or yeah, a male ruler or heir or both, something like that. Unless you do the thing, there's the decision that lets you have a female emperor of the HRE, which the AI will select, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I've been talking about a league war and all this nonsense. It might still not happen. But I think Austria's probably next, but I think that'll be in the next episode. It's getting late here. We had a pretty good stream tonight. Made some pretty solid progress. Yeah, progress on most fronts. So okay, let's call it here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Next stream's probably gonna be Friday or Saturday. I'm probably not doing one midweek. I got some longer days at work, so Friday or Saturday night, but I'll put it on the Discord. So okay, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.